Cheers, lads. Right, good evening, everyone. We've had a fantastic week's bowling, and I would like to just say, on behalf of all the bowlers that didn't win anything on there, a huge thanks to Oceanico and Danielle, is it, from the tourist board. Different Danielles in Portugal, the women over where we come from, but glad you put your money in, cheers. Fantastic. I must say that I was delighted to be invited to say a few words tonight. I was press gang into it with Jimmy, and it's not unusual for me to be guest speaker in front of bowlers, because back in July I was delighted to be guest speaker at the British Crown Green Gay Bowling Dinner, and it's nice to see a few familiar faces in the room tonight. It's nice to see Darren Smith and Paul Chamberlain again. How are you, boys? Chambers, George Michael says he's out now, can you give him a ring? Fantastic. And I have been, it's been great to be here, and Kenzie, as you know, did the commentary on the bowling last year, and he's had a great year since then. Not bowling wise like, but he's had a great year since. He's signed an exclusive contract with Granada TV, and they've said as long as he pays the $29.99 he can keep the DV and the telly. So he's done marvellous, but I've done an awful lot of charity work since I was here last time. And back home, get round and try and help a lot of people, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? Putting a little bit back. And to just run you through the week before, I got on the Monday. Are you trying to make me like Norman Collier here? On the Monday, before I came over here, we did a lot of work for the Alcoholics Anonymous. They're all the people with a drinking problem. And on the Tuesday night, I was doing a gig for the gay and lesbian community. That went really well. And on the Wednesday night, I did a thing for the people with drug problems. So I apologise to Graham Wilson, who's having to watch this for the 4th time this week. I'll get you for taking the piss out of my shirt last night. And it's nice to see a lot of people here tonight, because when you come to these sort of dues, you always meet a lot of nice people, and then you also meet one or two dickheads. And I was talking to Matt Kelly-Wally earlier. He's obviously got a drink problem, he's only got one head. And it's great, isn't it, because you get people from all over the country coming, and we've got Anne, who sponsored the tournament from Taylor's, and this must be all new to you, coming from Scotland, Anne. Sunshine. Don't see much of that up there, do you? But it's nice. And then we've got the, we've had a new slant on bowling this week when Ian Nicholson played Martin Gilpin. It's the first time anybody's been to the bookies and said, are you betting on the correct score? Where are the Cumbrian men? Where is Rain Man? Stand up, Ian. Oh, you already are. Ian, there you go. Are you on a chair? Ian, wait for Snow White and the other 6. And it's great, isn't it? And we've got a few people in from Lancashire. Where's Mark? All the way from Wigan. I think he's the first man from Wigan to come. Has anybody ever been to Wigan? That's where the M6 is still cobbled. Isn't it, over there in Wigan? And they have a unique accent. Does know, has been, has to. This bloke went to the jeweller's shop in Wigan. He said, I want a ring for life. He says, 18 carat? He said, no, chewing gum. Here's another one you won't get. And we've got a table from Yorkshire in here, haven't we? All the way from Yorkshire. Even though it's a free bar, they're still waiting for happy hour. Chiswicks, I call them, from Yorkshire, Chiswicks. Because all they've done all week is wander around going, how much is it? How much is it? And Kenzie's, can you believe this? Kenzie's giving me some stick about wearing jeans. This is the man that 3 days was trying to book a flight home. He's the only man ever to phone the Samaritans and they hung up on him. How are you, Gareth? Not saying up to you, Gareth's with the police. Did you know that? It's a policeman, Gareth. You're with the plain clothes branch, aren't you? I mean, you couldn't get much frigging plainer clothes than you've got on, could you? But before I was coming out here, I don't know, Jimmy said, what do you do this to? And you get a few nerves about doing it. And I had a nightmare, absolute nightmare, that I'd woke up and I was in hell. And I couldn't get out, and I've gone to the devil and said, how do you get out? And he says, the only way to get out, he says, is go down the corridor, turn right, then turn left, go in that room, and you've got to make love to the woman at the end of the room. And as I got near the room, there was a bit of a smell coming. And I walked in the room and she was 42 stone. She had spots and warts and wrinkles and she stunk. And I went back to the devil and I said, there's no way I can do that. And as I'm walking past, there's a little room off at the side and Jimmy Parker's in there. With a blonde bird, 18-year-old, well stacked, could breastfeed a creche. And he's going up and down like a frog on a bike pump. I said to the devil, what's going on? I said, you've asked me to go in that room down the corridor there with that woman with 42 stone and she stinks. And Jimmy Parker's there with a blonde bird on his lap, delicious. He says, yes, sometimes the women want to get out. And we've got him in from Birmingham here. This is Birmingham, isn't it? And Wolverhampton, it's near Birmingham, isn't it? How far is it off Birmingham? Checkbook end, I didn't know they had any down there. And of course, I was in Birmingham the other week. I seen a bloke fishing in the canal. I said, have you caught out? He says, yes. He said, caught a whale. I said, a whale? He says, yeah, I think it's of a kid's boy. Callum's here, look. Callum's here. There's been more festivals than the Arctic Monkeys this year. There's one or two of them people on that table next to me, the oxygen stealers. They're going, who's the Arctic Monkeys? But I won't be doing any rude gags. There's one or two kids in tonight, so I won't be doing any rude gags. Like one that comes home from the doctors. His wife's there, she says, you'll have to have a word with our son. She says, I caught him playing with himself this morning, up and down under the sheet. She says, I'll have a word with him. Walks in the bedroom, he says, son, if you play with yourself, it's bad for your eyes. He said, I'm over here, Dad. Patty's in, how are you, Patty? Does a fantastic job, Patty. Patty, I've always fancied somebody with glasses on. Give them to that bird down there, could you? And this woman went to the doctor. She said, doctor, I've had to come. She said, I've got a slight personal problem. She said, I've got one boob bigger than the other. She said, well, that's not unusual. She says, most women have one boob bigger than the other. She says, but it's my husband's favourite. So she took her harness off and one boob was up there like that. And the other one was down here. Do you know her? And he says, that's a bit of a mystery, that. He says, I've been married 14 years. He said, I've got a wife at home. He says, I've got a favourite. He said, doesn't look nothing like that. She says, yes, but have you got bunk beds? Now then, what we're going to do tonight is something a little bit different. Right? We thought we'd have a bit of a fun, because, so we thought what we'd do is we'd get a few of the players out here and we'd have a bit of sport. So when I call your name out, you need to bring your chair with you. Alright? You can speak to me, you know. Yeah. Hello? Yeah. Right. Can the first person come out with his chair? And he's got a few quid this week. The one and only Mr. Gary Ellis. Well done, Gary. Fantastic. Well done. The second person we'd like to get out, and he's got a few quid as well, coming from Yorkshire, he won't spend much, Mr. Graham Wilson.
Oh, Ryan, you've done a good job.
No, you're not getting any money for it, Graham, it's all for free. And the third member of this trio, one of the most popular bowlers on the circuit, puts more people into depression than anybody I know, Mr. Andy Cairns.
You get a comfy chair.
You've got the comfy chair. Well, we know that, but never mind. Fortunately for you, you're not bowling. Now then, how are you, lads?
I'm fine, Steve. Hi.
What we thought we'd do is, we're going to take you back to the late 70s, early 80s, when about 16 million people every Saturday night sat around the TV screen waiting for dreams to come true. Does anybody know what the programme was? It's got nothing to do with Jimmy Parker, he's muscled in on the name. It was called Jim Will Fix It. And tonight, in Portugal, we're going to do a few fix-its for you. Hit the music, maestro. I want you to sing along. Now then, as it happens, guys and gals, how's about a bit of Jim Will Fix It? Wow, super smashing.